little bit rusty, race rusty. I mean, obviously they would have done their practice and everything they needed to do for this, so it should be alright. Hopefully they know their practice. I mean, I'm hoping for some sort of drama. Maybe Mike can get taken out. I actually wish this happens, so I would actually have a nice race. But also another thing would be good is RBZ versus Mike Marshmallows in a wheel-to-wheel battle. However, it wouldn't necessarily be for the championship because it's pretty much done and dusted anyway. So even if RBZ wins the race, it just doesn't matter. I mean, Mike can just finish in the points and he'll be alright. So that's everything pretty much. Obviously, RBZ is out there right now, sporting a new helmet, I think. More of a contrast of blues I see there. Yeah, sporting a new type of helmet there. Sort of blue, black, and a little bit of light blue. I think it's quite sexy this weekend, but there you go. Obviously knows that his championship is pretty much gone, and he's just going to go all out for this one and try and see if he can actually just win it, really. That's all we can do, isn't it, James?
Yeah. Yeah, he's, as I said, I think it is just race by race now, trying to get the best results with this championship not being too much of a fuss anymore. But obviously it would be nice to just get as many race wins as possible at the end of the season.
Yeah, and obviously not so much pressure. I mean, in your opinion, who's got the most pressure on their heads in terms of this race?
I'd say probably RBZ. Even though he has lost the championship, he will want to try and take it as far as possible. It's not great losing a championship so early in the season. I mean, there's how many rounds is there left after this? Is it 5?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's 5 rounds. Yeah, so 5 rounds early is not great. I mean, even though he says the championship's gone, he doesn't really care. It's still something that he's going to want to drag out. Whereas I don't think Mike's going to be really too bothered. He only needs to pick up like 2 points over all the rounds remaining, so it's not difficult.
Yeah, and it's just going to be hopefully interesting. I mean, really, what would be nice is, a nice spiced up battle between the two of them, and if only this was at Abu Dhabi. This would have been a better thing, having it all out in Abu Dhabi and these two going all out for it. But unfortunately, we got it really early, and that's because of a lot of the bad luck that's been on RBZ's side more than Mike. Mike's had the luck of the green a little bit more, but he has taken opportunities when he had the bad luck to score those really good points and come through the field, and that shows how much of a class driver Mike is. So it's all GG to him, and obviously if he wins the championship, I think it'll be he's done everything he needed to do it, and that's fair play. But here he comes to finish his first lap of the qualifying session. He goes P3, 3 attempts down actually, and that wasn't it wasn't the best lap. RBZ actually is currently on pole position provisionally, 134.4 for him. Yi on a 34.5, so very tight between them two once again. It's Eki's in P3 with a 34.7, and Mike is on a 34.7 too. So we've seen this quite a lot this season, haven't we, between the top 5. It's top 5, 6 have been spread out by literally nothing, like sort of, I think top 6 have been spread out by like 5/10, and the top 4 would be spread out by like sort of 3/10. So it shows also, and that's a good improvement from the league as well. It's it's just they've improved the actual grid, and the whole top 5 of these guys have improved all the way through the season. And there's some people like It's Eki's improved, Commando's improved majorly to actually get up there, which is also good, isn't it, James, for our racing? It's good.
Yes, yeah, I think at the beginning of the season it was a little bit like it was just RBZ versus Mike. But it's not that anymore. It's quite a lot of drivers, as you say, who are in the battle. Itseki, as you said, one of them has really made a lot of gains throughout the season and has been pretty consistent as well. And yeah, it's just good having other people up there. And I would expect around this track to have something similar with lots of different strategies and quite a wide track. I think that we should have a good one today with lots of people involved.
Indeed, yeah. I mean, that's the hope as well, and be nice to see. Luke just put something in the comments, so I shouldn't really read it because it gives us a really bad name. Yeah, I might just take a photo of it and just cheekily just send it to you after. But yeah, I'm just hoping that maybe next season, they can have more of a tight battle between maybe more of them. I think the improvement that we've seen this season has shown that there maybe is more. Obviously, there's an opportunity maybe for next year that we can have more people going for it. Mike's obviously going to be at his best still, and so is RBZ. I think RBZ will be more hungrier, but I think it'd be wrong to outright someone like Yi. I think Yi's also shown he's improved a lot. He's made he was at the start of the season very inconsistent. He would retire for no reason, and he could have picked the points. But now he's sort of got the exactly, and like now he's scoring the points, he's scoring the podiums, and I think he's another one to look out for as well. But yeah, just we'll see how things go. Gorch, how is he doing right now? He's currently 7th. He's 1.1 off the pace, and that is one of the things we haven't done. We haven't concentrated on the actual action and qualifying because it's more important to talk about the season than the qualifying. Anyway, but we'll see how it all goes in this race. I think strategy-wise, I mean, you're probably a bit more experienced around here than me, but. In terms of the strategy, what would you do in this race in terms of stops?
I can't actually remember, to be honest. It might be. I think it's soft, hard, medium, possibly. I can't actually really remember too much, but it is quite hard on tyre wear, and starting on the medium tyres could actually makes it a lot easier to get throughout the race, but it seems like most people are going with softs now, so I reckon they'd probably go soft, hard, medium. I think that's the strategy, if I can remember correctly.
Yeah, I mean, have you done any Tracy Steen League race around here?
Yeah, I did do a league race around here, but it was, I honestly just can't remember that well, because I mostly just remember it raining a little bit later on in the race, and
yeah.
switch off to it. But up until then, I can't actually remember what I was doing with the dry tyres, but it worked.
Yeah, I'm yet to do one around there because AOR has not been there yet, so it'd be interesting. I think strategy-wise, obviously with tyre wear, I think it is one of those tracks that's really harsh on its tyres, so it does need maybe more harder tyres around here. But then again, those hard tyres also this track would like. There's a big difference in offset between the harder compounds and softer compounds on here because of the way the track is. So it's not like a track like Baku, for example, isn't too bad if you compare the tyres. So that's the interesting part. So strategy will be interesting here, but I think these guys have pretty much planned out their strategy already. But a question that Luke has asked is, does anyone know if anyone runs assists in this league? If so, I will not be happy. Well, sorry to disappoint you, but this tier does run assists, but for Season 3, they're planning to go everything off apart from the line. So next year's basically Tier 1 will be completely just only line, and then with Tier 2 it's going to be assists. Luke, what are you saying? What are you saying, fam?
I don't run assists. What are you on about?
Who are you saying that? Excuse me, me and James, we don't run assists.
I
Well,
I run loads of assists.
we run all this. Actually, I'm in the line. I actually run all the assists. I actually run braking assist too. And actually, I found the glitch of the game where you can actually put steering assist on. Did you know that?
Steering assist. Codemaster left it in the game.
Which is no surprise, really. Hey James, you actually run assists?
Yeah, I run assists. Yeah, I run ABS, medium TC. Because I don't practice very much. So I just turn up on the day and just drive.
Luke says he runs literally every assist.
I don't run gears or braking assist or pit assist.
I thought you were one of those non-assist users. I thought you were.
I used to be on 2014, but when we went to next gen, I haven't played the game as much in terms of practicing for it. It's a little bit more difficult as well than the old gen games.
Oh,
He's gone pole, by the way. Bring this back on topic.
Oh yeah, Luke. I was
rather
saying.
than a roast of me for using assists. We're used to that on Twitter.
Yeah, and Luke asked the question, how do you think he's so good at the game? Oh, you run line. Well,
You're still using assists.
I run none. In your face. Ha! Skilled. Look. Actually, to be fair, no assist in this game is just horrible. But it is more rewarding. But anyway, I shouldn't be talking about assists. It is obviously about the league. And yes, Yi has gone on pole, currently at 34.3, and still very tight at the top between him and RBZ. RBZ on a 34.4, and he's yet to actually go faster. And Luke, mate, you want to fight? 1v1 me? 1v1 me on Peggle. Isaki, it does a 34.7. Actually, I think he's actually on a slight improvement, actually, on his lap. His first sector was faster, so let's try and go on board with him, and I can't find him, so he's obviously gone into a pit lane or something like that. Anyone else? Mike, obviously, he's out there currently. I think we've seen enough of him on board.
So, Yi.
As I was saying,
RBZ is in the pits. I don't know how much time is left, but I would imagine there isn't that much time left, so it's going to have to be quite a quick turnaround for him to have another
just come
shot.
out, so I think
It's just come out.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, he's.
So,
Yeah, sorry, I thought he was entering the pits. He's actually exiting, so it doesn't matter. Ignore me.
Still good. The only problem now is that, well, we do really need Gorge. But I can't get the start. Sorry about that.
Okay, I'll invite you.
My car will still be on the grid, but I can still leave, and I think on this game, even if you get back into your car, it's not going to help anyway. Because it's just going to...
Yeah, because we haven't actually gone out on track. Right, so I'll invite Gorge.
So Mike's currently on a lap, I believe. He's looked at his front right tyre like an absolute, just, oh, ugh. Anyway, his exit from that was a little bit meh, actually. A little bit of oversteer there, but here we go. Luke, here's your chance to get triggered if you want to get some more triggering done. And he's locking up quite a lot, but that could be just the potato camera working away. And for this left and right section, very quick indeed. And here we go into the right part, and a little bit of understeer seemingly, but then again, I don't think Mike would have done a lot of practice for this Grand Prix. The right-hander, very difficult to get right. The second part's very difficult, but he gets that nicely done as well. Nice traction through there, and now into this very slow section. This is very easy to spin up your tyres if you run traction control around here, or you run it off. He handles it quite nicely. He's very cautious on the throttle pedal there, and then down into this right-hand side. Need a good exit through here, and he gets that nice as well. So now fast left and then right, and this braking zone is very difficult at right. It should be about third gear for him, and it is third gear. He turns in, and he needs a good exit here as well. And it's just sort of the run on this track. It's all about exits. It's all about getting the exits that you need to actually go far, to actually get the fast lap time. Last corner now, again, exit is important. And he takes a very tight line there, and he gets just a little wide, and on the DRS he goes, and across the line, here he comes. What does he do? Does he improve? He does improve to P3, and that isn't a bad lap at all. And Sam just said, what are those lockups? Learn to brake properly, hashtag triggered. Well, it is that little cheeky right pill that he's using. He's probably putting a little bit too much force on it. But RBZ, our other tire contender, he's currently on a lap, I believe, as well, and obviously he's in P2 right now, so let's see if he can go for an improvement. He does need to get on pole, he does need to win this race if he's able to actually just show that he's he's here to fight to win the race. And here he goes into the last corner coming up. Let's see how he attacks it. I don't know if he's actually on a lap, I'm assuming he is. And here he comes, down on DRS, and across the line. Does he improve on the lap? He does, and he has gone on pole position, and I don't know what time he's actually done. It hasn't popped up on our screens, so he's gone on pole provisionally, and that is really good. He did a 34.2 there, so really good. Is Yi out there right now? Obviously he's the other one who can contend for pole, and I don't believe he is. No, he isn't. Another person to look out is it's Eki. How is he doing right now? He's currently in P4. He's 4 tenths off the pace. and Abizet had retired now, obviously after that pole position. So is Eki, is he got some tyre in the bank? Can he displace Mike, who's currently in P3 currently? And here he goes. He's going to hit the DRS right now, and then across the line he comes. Is this going to be faster? And it isn't. I don't. He might have not been on a lap. You never know. I think he's probably entering one right now. So let's have a look. Yeah, he's entering one like that right now. I was hopping at that lap like an absolute jippo. So here he goes. Let's just run on board with probably one of the most improved drivers of the season so far. And here we go, ending the last sector. And so far, quite neat actually so far from Iseki. On second gear, third quickly, and at the fourth. And then for this left-right section, which is obviously quite interesting.
Triggered.
Anyway, I'll just be interested in that. Anyway, and there actually is a good point actually. There's also some GP2 drivers racing this race as reserves, so obviously they're looking into having a look at this great league works. But currently, it's Eki is doing really well, and it's looking quite good, quite aggressive. I think he had a little bit of oversteer earlier. Actually, try inviting Gorch right now, James, because I think he's retired from the session, so try that. But here we go, it's Eki. Nice Eki through that right-hander, and he's on to his back straight now. Heading for that last corner, which obviously he needs that good traction out of there for a good lap here. He's going to break down into second gear, tying in, and he needs a nice exit here. No oversteer. Not too bad, not too shabby. Here he comes across the line. Is it going to be an improvement? And it is. It's P3, and he has just beaten Mike. He's actually gone in front of Mike there. So that is that. Commando, how is he doing right now? I think he's still yet to complete a lap, so it's important for him to do so as well. And here we go. Into this right-hander now, and I don't know. Is he on a lap? He looks like he's shorting a lot. He might still be, but he's. I think he might be just about still on a lap. I'm sure he wouldn't have gone out on purpose without otherwise. But here he goes. Good exit there, not too bad, and it's looking pretty good so far. Quite neat, not fast, but sometimes fast is slow. Last corner now. Good exit needed. Locks that front left. And he gets a nice wide exit here. DRS in activation, and across the line he goes, and it is fourth. So that's your order. RBZ from Yi, from It's Eki, Commando, and Mike down in fifth. So RBZ on pole by literally half a tenth of a second, and the separation is about 3 tenths between the top 5. So Mike, not the best of qualifiers for him, but we've seen he comes through the field. Danny M7 is in 6th place. Pro Gamer 66 is 7th. Dutchy Millar's in 8th. 9th for Gorch Crab, 10th for Kanji Rush, and that is the rest of your order. So I'm just gonna, well, I would leave. James, have you left?
No, I haven't left, but I will.
Don't leave. Don't leave. Just stay.
Because Gorsh hasn't joined the party, so yeah, I'll
yeah,
stay.
just stay. Yeah, so just apologies to you guys. Because Gorch isn't in the party and he can't invite us, we've had to stay in the lobby because basically James left and then I invited him back, and then obviously I forgot to leave because Gorch wasn't here, so Gorch can invite both of us back. So that's the way it's gonna be. Anyway, so here we go.
So there will be a safety car at the start, and we won't actually be able to view the getaway.
No. Sorry, 20th.
At least we'll be able to.
Oh, I wish I could get this. Thing is, though, I wish you could get disqualified after the safety car start. After not safety car start, after the actual start. Like this bit here, this formation lap start. I wish you could get disqualified here instead, but. I'm just gonna reverse. Good. Yeah, happy days.
Oh, I just overtook Mike with my eyes closed on the formation lap.
Happy days. But anyway, this should be interesting. There's probably bound to be a safety car here. Learning to league the triggers.
In the lead.
Also, guys, if you want to check out SRL on their Twitter, it's at SipStreamRL, and also the website sipstreamrl.wix.com/home for more information if you want to join the league. So they are your links. So yeah, and also this stream will be uploaded onto the actual channel. So if you missed anything like the press conference at the beginning, for example, or anything in the qualifying, if you missed it all, it'll be on their channel. So Slipstream Racing League on their YouTube, you can check it out afterwards. It'll be uploaded sort of like a couple of days time. So that'll be it. So we are ready to go racing anytime soon. Once they finish their formation lap, and it's been the biggest
really
race.
pushing on this formation lap. He's keeping up with me, and I'm going flat out.
Don't me. I mean, actually, that's a good question. Is it on the formation lap? Can you wear your tyres down, like online?
Yeah, I think you can. For some reason, no, they have actually banned ABS in this league. Interesting. I was wondering what was going on because yeah, ABS is restricted.
Fair play. I don't know.
I
They might
managed
have
to beat everyone
actually
with it off on the formation lap.
might have actually put everything. I think for season 3 already off. So that's what I assume. This stream is lagging. Sorry guys if it's actually lagging on it's fine now, it keeps being a bit inconsistent. But here we go for the race that could decide the title between Mike and RBZ. We're ready to get racing for a 20 lap race, and I'm going to quickly disqualify like an absolute twat. I'm getting disqualified now, please. Disqualify me. There you go, Bob's your uncle. Done, dusted. And they are out. The lights have already gone out, and we're going to turn 1. And I can't see what's going on because it's not directing me straight to it. Here we go into turn 1. Who leads into turn 1? I believe it'll be RBZ into turn 1 who'll be leading the way. And I think it's Eki will follow him round. And up the inside goes, I think, a Ferrari, if I can see behind. And it is a Ferrari, and it is Yi, I believe. Yi's into P2, is Eki, is into P3. He's slipstreaming all the way down. Here he goes to the left-hand side. Can he make a move stick? No, he cannot. And look at that. Mike is in P4, so he's got a position off the start there. So I don't know who actually lost off the start. But that is a really good start from RBZ. That's what he needs to do. Get away into turn 1 and to lead this Grand Prix round. And right now, Mike is all over Izaki. He's having a look, but he won't take any necessary risks. We heard earlier that he won't be doing that. He'll be just going for the points. But right now, Mike is all over the rear end of Izaki. Here he goes, everything little look, but nothing as of yet. And you know what? There's one thing that I think Comundo might want to do. He might want to go and Mike Marshmallow, he might want to have a do it for his teammate, and there's one thing he could do, isn't it, James?
Yes, yeah, to help out in that respect. Sorry, I'm just trying to invite Rapid Coop back to the race.
Yeah, so here we go. It's all very tight down there, and also I think it was Comundo who actually lost time off the start. That's why he was down so low. I think that's how Mike gained the position, but look at that. It's like getting quite close to Yi now as well. But Comundo not getting the exit he needs. But now we've got Danny, who's actually behind Comundo right now as well. I think he's one of the GP2 drivers, or maybe one of the reserves, and he's having a little look, but does he ever look? No, he doesn't go for it, so he's patiently waiting. So these guys are sort of going just... Yeah, this is... just like... Yeah, it's like, it looks well, and Comundo actually made a little bit of a mistake here. And Luke, sorry to see you go, man. Triggered. Look at the inside. He comes Danny up the inside. Can he make the move stick? He does make the move stick nice and cleanly. That is a really good move. And Comundo seemingly struggling right now. Mike is all over Izaki as well, so he's going to be looking for a move now. And he said that he might even still go out and just try and have some fun out there. But obviously without the risk, he doesn't want to risk it. But Yi's gone a little bit tad wide there as well, so they're all lining astern. But look at that, Comundo is still over Danny as well, and it's all kicking off sort of from 3rd, 4th, 5th and 6th. They're all going for it. And Mike is looking for a move on Izaki. You know, I think he's just struggling to get past, because Izaki's got the pace to keep in front. But nothing as of yet, so... nothing yet to really know if I'm going to keep on board for the last end of this lap. Yi is falling behind RBZ, So that makes so that makes the Ubbs getting away now, and this is what he needs to do. It'd be actually ironic that Ubbs would actually win this race, but Danny is actually in the position of Mike now, and he could actually make a challenge for Mike. Here we go. He's doing a little look. And you know what? Go for it, man. And he backs out of it nice and cleanly, and that's fair racing. I like that. I like seeing some clean, just some clean racing. And actually, it's like he's quite close to Yi now, and Danny actually is right there. And here he goes. Danny, the little chap in the Force India, and he's going to go up the inside. No, he backs right out of it. And it just seems to me that maybe they're waiting and baying their time because they don't want to hit, make Mike suffer for this. But look at that. Izaki's made a little bit of a, I think he's taking a little way over Yi, and Mike got very close there. And Izaki is looking that he's got the pace over Yi right now. So it's looking pretty good for him. But Mike is getting close. But Danny is right there on him, and I think Danny might want to make a move anytime soon. I mean, if I'm being honest, Danny's got to think about himself, not Mike, if he is thinking about Mike. So I think he's got to think about himself and just go for it, isn't it, James, in this situation?
Yeah, and Mike had a good race last time out in Singapore before the Christmas break, but maybe one of the problems was he couldn't quite overtake when he needed to, and this could be another situation here where he's got the pace to challenge Mike, but he's just been a little bit cautious. But I suppose it is understandable. Mike, meanwhile, doesn't actually really seem to be showing much pace at all, and RBZ is driving off into the distance so far.
And he's doing a superb job out there, and he's doing exactly what he needed to do. And look at that, he's made a mistake, Danny, and come and do something a look. But then respect there, but it's like he's actually making a little bit of a mistake. And DRS is activated on Mike's end, slipstream as well. And I don't think Izaki's close enough to the slipstream of Yi. He'll have a little bit of a toe, but up the inside, Mike goes. He's making his thing. He's gone too deep. And Izaki's going back in front of him, and he got the position to come into Danny as well. But Danny didn't go for it. Danny didn't go for it there, and that I find very strange. He did not go for that.
Yeah, I think he lost the car on the exit, actually. I think he
fair place.
lost the car when he was just about to go side by side with Mike.
Yeah, and that is just, it is getting close, and Mike did not need to make that mistake. Luckily, he got out of it and made sure that he didn't kill himself against Izaki, but that is very lucky. And Yi seemingly struggling. You did say about him pushing too much on the formation map, and that could be the reason why he's struggling right now. And look at that, Mike's got a nice exit too. He's looking to the left-hand side, and he doesn't make the stick. And he's just looking, and he's got the run. Can he make this one stick? Here he goes, Mike. Looking to move up the inside. Izaki will give him room, and I tell you what, he'll get the move done. I think he's gonna get the move done. Danny might follow through. No, he won't. So Mike into P3 right now. Izaki, I'm gonna go to the inside, and he doesn't may complete it. I think he played that one with caution. So now Mike up into P3, and he's just piloting. I think maybe also. And look, oh! And Izaki's actually lost it there, and that is what we didn't see against Mike. I do think they're protecting Mike and not hurting, and think just leaving his rivals to do their thing. Just leaving them to do their thing. And Camilla's gone wide now, and Izaki's back into P5. So very close between Danny, and obviously we've just seen the aggression there. So that's something that maybe we need to take note of. That actually maybe they're protecting the championship contenders right now and giving them time. Maybe Yi not so much. But Gorch currently in P7. He's pitting in actually, and those tyres of his look very grained. So James, in your point of view, does that seem normal that you're pitting quite early as this?
Yeah, I do think so. I think the soft tyres, especially after a qualifying lap, really aren't much use at all. And you want to be getting onto the hards and just go over there. They're a tyre that obviously are a lot slower, but they will give you a lot more consistent lap times and over a long period. So I don't really think picking at this early stage is really too much of a surprise.
Yeah, I think actually he had a penalty because he was sitting in the box for quite a long time, so he might have some sort of penalty there. But SRL Payne doing a really solid job there in the Mercedes. He's currently in P7 right now, and nice job from him actually, keeping it clean and keeping it wise. Doing a nice job there as well. Got Lost Warrior in 8th place. This isn't quite a good point scorer actually as well. Lost Warrior, he's doing quite a good job. He's doing quite a good job throughout the season. Just needing that little extra that would boost him there to go faster. Schilling, I think, is one of our reserves here, and he's currently in 9th place. He's doing really good. Dushka Millar's in 10th in the Sauber. again, superb job from him as well. He's one of those again. Actually, he's come alive in the second half of the season as well, and again, he's one of those who's really improved. And it's very tight to choose who actually would be my favourite driver in terms of improvement this year. Leo B's doing quite a solid job actually at Renault, scoring some decent points too. And he's currently in 11th place right now, so interesting indeed.
Mike is the first of the front runners to pit. Lap 5. Yeah, that's not too bad. I think my call earlier of soft, hard, medium is probably just going to end up being soft, hard, hard. I think that's probably the best idea.
Here he comes. He needs a good stop. Yeah, and here he goes for a good stop, and he actually puts on the hard compound. So, yeah, that'll be it for Mike. That should be the strategy. And here he goes back out the track once again. He's in 8th place as he rejoins, so he'll have the undercut. So he's hoping that he can get in front of Yi here. And a chance of a win is still on, don't you think, James?
Yes, I think RBZ did get away quite a bit at the start, but once Mike had cleared Eki, I think his pace picked up a little bit, and RBZ didn't really gain too much more time. And we know that RBZ has had some troubles putting away races that he looks on to win quite comfortably. So yeah, I would never write off Mike in this situation. It will be interesting to see if Mike can jump at you.
The advantage also is that in some ways these two here that have set out an extra lap will have fresher tyres, and tyre wear is actually an important thing around this track. So these two have the advantage of tyres, and I think, yep, both of them are coming into the pit lane right now. So RBZ, obviously we're going to watch him as he enters the pit lane for his first stop of the day, lap 6 out of 28. So this is obviously going to be actually on lap 7. So here he comes. I assume a set of hards for him too. And be the battle of the pit boys between the Ferrari boys and the McLarens, but I think RBZ should be okay. I think he'll be in front pretty easily on the hard tyres, and he's released once again. So nice job from McLaren there, obviously for RBZ, and he released. I should just be in front of Mike there. Yi might lose out, but I think Yi will just be in front of Mike, so that's played out quite nicely, and he's actually going in front of that Sauber there, and I think that Sauber is of Dutch. So actually that was a nice work. Actually the overcut actually slightly worked. Actually, if anything, they've actually pulled away from Mike there, so that's quite impressive. I think that's quite nice from the Ferrari and the McLaren boys, and from these two boys actually went stretched a lap longer. That will help them with their tyre wear, as I said, and actually they've still releasing themselves in front of Mike, so that's the main thing. And Mike has got some traffic to deal with. And Dutch Lars is going a little bit wide. Lyric is all over Dutch Lars. But these two are fighting away. They're not going to let Mike go. They're going to continue fighting. They're here to fight for their position. So I don't think they're going to let him go. But they won't fight him too hard. Obviously, they know that their race is not with Mike at all. But they won't give up anything positions right now. It's not important. But Lyric is struggling a little bit. You can tell he's not as fast as Mike. He knows that. But Mike is taking quite cautiously again. I think it just shows how he's just taking the points where else he can get them. He's not going all out to attack hard. You know, there's no need to do that. All he needs to do is just beat them, and he's going to get the move down on Lyric. I think, yeah, just about. So there you go. He probably lost about a second at least behind them too, probably 2 seconds. But that won't hurt him too much. He'll be okay. He should be in sort of P3. But it's actually down in P10 right now.
Mike's
he's gone.
Back of Dutch Gamers. I think he broke too late and just hit Dutch Gamers.
And that is incredible.
Dutch Gamers did turn in, but he had to turn in to take the corner. I think Mike was just carrying too much speed and hit the back of him. And
that's twice.
Camendo did a lap longer and has managed to overcut Mike because of that. So Camendo is now on softer tyres, fresher tyres, and ahead. So that's another car now in Mike's way. Who will be very hard to pass. So it's quite early to call it, but I do think that with the race that Mike has had so far, I think we're going to have the race going another round with RBZ comfortably in the lead.
Yeah, I need to know. I mean, I don't know if you know how much they need to score. How much is it?
The gap is 123. It needs to be 125. I will find out the. But yeah, as it currently is, it's um, nowhere near what it has to be. And if RBZ wins, it goes to Japan, whatever. So
Yeah.
yeah, and Mike needs to finish. So, yeah, Mike has to outscore him by 2 points. That's what it is. So if he needs to beat RBZ by at least a position, and two.
Could be going again, and I'm just trying to get past Lyric now, and I think he will get it done. I think it's actually important that he does. But yeah, this could, I mean, this actually just play in some ways to RBZ's hands, because now Kamundo's in front of Mike, and Kamundo will do everything he can to make sure he beats Mike. And look at that, Mike's struggling. And I think actually Lyric's let him go there. I think he actually let him go. That's fair play. That's nice to see. But Mike twice made a mistake at that last corner with the braking. It happened earlier and it happened again. So maybe it's just maybe a bit fragile. Pressure could be there. He obviously knows the amount of points he has to score to beat. Obviously by 2 points, it's beaten by 2 points. So that is an essence of pressure there, maybe in some ways even. I mean, I predicted that, we all both predicted that Arbiter had a bit more pressure than Mike, but you know, Mike is sort of chipping away right now, but he knows he can just. I mean, he says it straight even beforehand. He's saying he's just gonna. All he needs to do is score in the races, and that's it. And the championship is actually in his hand. So that's it. And Schling's still out there actually on his hard, so he's gone quite long in this race so far. So interesting strategy from him. He might go for maybe one less stop. I don't know. That's maybe it'd probably be at least a 2-stop race if he does that. So yeah, we'll see how that works out. Yi currently in P3 right now. RBZ in P2. He's right behind the Lost Warrior, who's been leading this Grand Prix. And this should be the move done here. He's had the DRS here in activation, and this should be that move done. And actually, I think Lost Warrior actually is on the hard tyres too. So I think he's actually gone longer on his first stint. So that's fair play. He's a leading guy doing that, along with Schling, and this should be the move done from RBZ. Done. Yeah, it's done. So nice move from him into the lead of the Grand Prix, and he's just doing what he needs to do. And this is the races that we needed to see from RBZ earlier on, because if he had done this earlier on in the season, if he had hooked up the wins that he should have had Spa, he should have had Italy, you know, and obviously that crash, I think I saw that crash he had at Singapore, that was very, hit the wall. That's a simple error that he made almost, because he knew that happens. The damage pool is that sensitive. You know, this guy could have been way, he should be, he should be challenging for this championship. So that's unlucky for him, but he's doing a solid job right now, and he's still keeping the championship alive. But it's still obviously in the balance right now. Yi is now chasing down Lost Warrior as well. So how do you see this race playing out right now, James? As early as that turn.
Yeah, unfortunately, we saw everyone running really close early on, didn't we? But it's spread out quite significantly now, which is a bit of a shame. I do think that it's going to be a case, though, of later on in the race, watching how these people on the alternate strategies do. So at the moment, we've got the Lost Warrior and Schilling going around on the hard compound tyres at the moment. I think the main story of the race is going to be seeing how they are at the end of the race, when they should be theoretically quite a lot quicker. But I do think that the kind of standard people who were really close at the beginning of the race are probably just going to hold position to the end now, because there's quite a big gap between them all. So that's RBZ, Yi, Danny, Eki, and I suppose Mike's going to be the mover that we're looking out for as well, so if he can make up the places. But unfortunately at the front, I really don't think there's going to be anyone who can stop RBZ.
Indeed, yeah, and Mike is right behind. I think that's Kamundo still, so doesn't look like he's been able to make any inroads on him. But I think maybe those two scares that he had with the last corner where he kept looking up, I think it could have actually made him more cautious in some way. Do you agree with that, James? In some ways, maybe just taking his made liberties.
Yeah, you're not going to want to be responsible for a crash with with that, because that's really bad if that happens. So that's a good point.
Oh, I just caught a last in the crash between KND Rush and SRL Payne, who was actually doing quite well earlier. catch it on board, but I saw the result of it, and they both slowed down. Sorry for interrupting you there, James. That was quite interesting to watch.
I'd finished anyway. I'd just finished.
Yeah, that's fair. That's okay. It's nice timing. Bang. But yeah, Gulch is currently in 9th right now, and that was interesting to see. These guys at the back actually. Game of Lars has actually lost lots of time. Down in 12th, he was in the points, and so it's just interesting to see. I mean, it's just yeah, he lost some time there. NHL Gong Show, he's down in 13th. Someone also in 14th, 15th for Pro Game is 666. And Ian Gotten's gone wide there, and Lyric's got past him, so that's interesting. But right now, this man is doing everything he needs to do. We've seen this happen before, where he's been in front, and the guy has actually done a really good job. And then he gets to the last sort of 5 laps, 6 laps or so, and he bottles it. So let's hope there's no more bottles thrown today. So yeah. But
the 2 guys who were up there have just pitted. Just to point out. Losswar and Schilling have come in. But to be honest, actually, I said that it'd be good to watch them maybe come through the field at the end, but I think that might be a little bit difficult. They are actually quite a long way back after that.
Yeah, Danny right now is in P3. He's doing a solid job too, and it's taking the advantage that from Mike's mistakes, and also taking getting in front of Comundo. Is like this guy. I think Danny's done a superb job. Currently in P3. And another guy that mentioned his year as well, once again, in the podium positions, and again, he's had loads of those recently, so he's done a superb job year once again, and it just shows that maybe he's starting to take it seriously now, and he knows that podiums are what give you success in this league. Not in the case of RBZ, unfortunately, but yeah, there you go. So it's like he's in P4, he's chasing him down, then he's right in front. Comundo is in 5th, and still 6th place with Mike. I think he'll be taking that so far, but obviously he wants to go for that victory. But I think that could be out of sight. I think it's as laps go by, it's slightly going away from him. So I think that's the scenario there. But I think he's just keen to keep the points where he can, and I think top 5 still could be achievable here for Mike. 4th place and possibly even 3rd, definitely achievable. But I think the win could be out of sight for him right now, and I think he's just about trying to get the points that he can. I think the championship could be going into the next race. Gorge currently in 7th. Solid job from him, actually. Gorge's season's been very much points. So it's all about points at the end of the day. So for him, it's been a really good championship. Let's throw in 8th. Kenji Rush in 9th. And Chiling in 10th. Currently on his, and just to mention, obviously they're on different strategies now, so they start on the hard tires and they're going with the mediums right now. So him and who else was it? I have lost my memory.
Schilling and Lost Warrior were the 2.
Yeah, that's right. Lost Warrior, and actually, where's Lost Warrior? In 8th place, yeah. Actually, he went on the set of hards. So he's gone back on set of hards again, so he's going more faster for the end of the Grand Prix.
I think that was a little bit of a mistake. I think medium probably would have been better, but yeah, never mind.
Yeah. But actually, Comundo is very close behind its Eki right now, and they haven't been able to claw that gap to Danny, and the gap looks to have opened a little bit to Mike. So Mike again doesn't have, and you said this earlier, didn't have the pace. I think that is an interesting fact. But here comes Comundo. He's in the DRS zone. I think I'm putting inside, and he doesn't make it stick as we reach the halfway point of this Grand Prix. So I think as of yet, from Comundo, he's trying his best right now, and I think he's in the slipstream right now. Can he make anything of this from stick here? Close. He's close, but it's just not enough. And oh, it's like he's a little bit wide there. Didn't get the exit. This could be the opportunity. Here we go. In the slipstream. He has a little look, but no, he cannot have a look. No, it's nothing yet. So I think he might have to wait more corners, maybe next lap or so. I think if you can just stay behind him, it'll be fine. But actually, Izuki is on the hard compound. So Komundo actually needs to make this one stick. He's on the faster compound now, so he needs to get in front of Izeki, and he's been on those softer compounds for quite some time. So maybe also they could be going off the cliff. Is that possible at the stage of the race, James?
Yeah, I think he obviously he stretched out his first stint a little bit, and to go into the mediums this stint, he'll finish the race on the hards like Eki. So this is his time where he's got to get past basically, or he's going to be on the same tyres as Eki in the next stint. So he's really got to take advantage now, as you say as well, before the tyres go off. He's got a good chance here.
Yeah, needs a run now, and he might have it this time. Depends on again how much wing he's running. But you know what? He's not closing as much as I thought he would be, and a little bit of lag, I think. Maybe someone's retired, I'm not sure. And no, see, he can't make it second once again. So yeah, maybe he's got the outright pace. Lost Warrior in 7th now on his different strategy, and Mike has dropped behind them. And how's his lap times doing? I don't know what's going on with Mike. This is interesting.
He might have picked up damage from when he hit Dutch Game of Lars. Might have got a little bit of damage to his wings.
Yeah, I mean, he's been doing 38.39 since he's been on those hard tyres. He did, yeah, his second lap on them, lap 7, he did a 46.1. I think that was a result of this spin. Yeah, 38.8, 38.9, 39.2, 38.5, 38.3. Been quite inconsistent, actually.
Oh, virtual safety car.
And actually got a penalty. Have you got a virtual safety car?
Yeah, virtual safety car came out. So, I wonder if anyone... No, I don't think anyone will pit because it's too early. Because you can obviously not cost as much time as usual if you pit under the virtual safety car, but I don't think it's worth it, personally. But we have got RBZ in this race, who has been known to make a few mistakes on strategy.
I was just going to say that.
RBZ, do not even think about it.
Yeah, I just think you'd just be throwing away pretty much a pit stop. You could gain a little bit back.
If he was about to do that, I thought he was, I was just going to just slam my headset down and just walk out of the room. And I'll stop the stream. Oh, Dutch Malaz has said I don't have damage. Wait a second.
Are you multitasking? How dare you multitask? You're a man.
I wasn't
You
saying
can't
you had damage
multitask.
as well, I was saying Mike had damage. From,
Oh,
getting
yeah.
back at you. So I don't know, yeah, I wasn't saying that you did Dutch MLRs. But well done for driving and watching the stream, that's good.
I like this. Honestly, I need to learn how to do that.
Driver of the day. I'm voting for him for driver
Driver
of the day.
Dutch Malaz. Definitely, but actually, we're back on the way again after that virtual safety car period. And once again,
Oh, Mike did pit. Mike pitted. Mike took the chance to pit.
Has he bottled it?
Yeah, he's
He's on a
got
cell.
hard, so yeah.
Can they go 12 laps? Can they? I think they might.
I
think they can.
It was 13 when he actually entered. I don't know. I mean, it is kind of possible, but I just think you'd probably lose any time that you'd gained from virtual safety car. So I just think it's a bit of an unnecessary risk. And if he does have to pit again, then that's not too great. He hasn't lost that too badly because he had a massive gap behind him. Just the Lost Warrior who's gained a place on him.
And Komundo is still hassling the back of Izaki, but it's just not enough, really. Danny's doing a solid job. I'd say he could be one of my drivers of the days, actually. He doing a pretty solid job indeed. So the same with Abized. So it's quite quiet out there, really. Nothing much going on. And I'm sorry to you guys who actually are watching the stream. It's quite... Yeah, it's a bit boring. I mean, the guys at the back are sort of separated by quite a long, quite a big gap as well. So, Andy Rush is quite alone as well. Gorge doing quite well in 11th. Hello, Commando. I think he's
Is he trying to react to Mike? But that's not going to work because Mike pitted under virtual safety car, so he's going to gain massively. I don't think Commando pick now was really the best of ideas unless his tyres were really bad. I would have thought he would have done a few more laps if he'd not pitted under virtual safety car.
He's trying to get that undercut, isn't he?
Actually, no, Mike hasn't gained that much time because the virtual safety car came in. Virtual safety car came in while Mike was in the pit lane, so Mike hasn't actually gained that much. He is closer to Commando, but Commando's still in front.
it wasn't enough for that undercut. So yeah, so but Comundo also have the younger tyres as well, so that will play into his advantage. But now once again, it's Comundo in front of Mike, so he's not gonna let him go any very easily, is he at all?
No. He's going to be a little bit frustrated that Mike's got so close, to be honest. But I think that's quite aggressive from Comundo. I think he's trying something to undercut Eki. But I do think that just doing this lap and the next is probably best on strategy.
He just lost it there in the penultimate corner, and he just got it back. He had a little half spin. I just caught the end of it. Very lucky indeed. I don't know if he just maybe got on the curb. It's very easy to do around here because that penultimate corner is it's a bit hard to actually do. I mean, it's a third, and it's you can really ride on the edge of that on that left hand side, on that curb left hand side. You can do a Perez, and then it'll trigger you to go and half spin it. But Kanji Rush actually is the pit lane now, I think. It's come
yeah, Danny and Eke have both come in as well. Third and fourth place have come in. Now that'll be really interesting. Has Comundo and has Mike both undercutted Eki? Because that is possible. Because they've pitted a little bit earlier. Let's see what tyres they're going onto still, onto the hard compound tyres. I do think the mediums don't really go 10 laps too competitively, so that's a good call, I would think. Where are they? They are in... yeah, they're in front. They're behind Lost Warrior though, which is interesting, who's still got a few more laps to run in his stint. But yeah, they're quite actually clearly in front of Comundo and Mike, so they've stayed out a few more laps, but not actually lost track positions. So that's worked out brilliantly for them.
I have to say, Lost Warrior's done a solid job with his strategy so far. I have to say, give that man a hand. He's done a really good job. Another 10 more laps to go. I think he's going to be on for a good top 6 finish. At least, I mean, I think that could be the maximum he'll get, but look at that, Danny's right there with him. So you see the sort of train that is being formed as a result. But Danny obviously will be going to the end. I guess I think this will be the end. I think of all the pit stops for them anyway. For now, they don't see front wings, so all pretty much done and dusted. But Lost Warrior doing a really good job, and fair play to the guy. Hard tyres for Danny, and then on Isaki there's hard tyres as well. Commando behind them, and so is Mike. And again, Mike's a little. I think the gap's sort of the same as it was. Game of Lars is in 8th right now, so he's doing quite well indeed. Schilling in 9th place as well, just behind him actually. So Schilling on those medium compounds. I think he's obviously the other guy did the start on the hard, so he's doing a very similar strategy, but the opposite way around. But instead of doing, he's gonna be
He'll go. So he went hard, medium, medium, and Lost War. I think he's going to go hard, hard, soft, which is what the other guys have been doing, but the other way round. Schilling's doing something a little bit more interesting.
Yeah.
Be interesting.
Gorge in 10th. Doing quite well. You know, reasonable points for him if he can get a couple more points than that. And Schilling's also closing to get to Lars.
Oh, Lost War has run off.
Oh no.
He's lost 2 places. Danny and Eki have both gone through. Would have been quite crucial actually for Lost Warrior. If he could have held up a big train behind him, then that would have helped him later on in the race when he had to pit and charge at the end. I don't think he'd really be fighting these guys anyway at the end of the race, but you never know, it could be a possibility. But yeah, that's going to have blown any chances pretty much. This is really struggling now actually.
I think he's probably... He could have pushed his tyres a little bit too long. I mean, I don't know when he pitted.
It shouldn't be too hard. I think they've only done about 8 laps on this set.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, because he went quite long in the first stint, didn't he? He pitted, lap 12. He's only done some. He's got lots of life left in them. But as you said, maybe the hard is probably the wrong way to go with.
He's trying something different. He's still staying out. RBZ came in last lap. He's done 1 more lap and is doing another one now. So Yi is trying something a little bit different here. I think he's realised he's got a big gap behind him, and he's going to try something
wide
different.
there, and Mike's got past him, and Lost Warrior continues on. Has a little look at the inside on Commando, but doesn't make it move stick. So Commando made a little mistake there, hit the gravel, and it's very easy to do if you're not concentrating. You can just hit the gravel, and it loses you so much time in that straight. So That's what Comundo did, and Mike's got back in front. So Mike's in P5 currently. So still not enough. He needs Abzu to actually basically be behind him, and that's not happening. To me, this championship was actually hyped up to be basically the one that that Mike would win at this track. So I made a mistake for not being told basically if it was actually very realistic. It seems like that people thought that it was unlikely that RBZ would actually beat Mike in Malaysia.
I think they've underestimated RBZ.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I would never underestimate RBZ if he can win the race. He's still got his chances to win the races. So I don't see how it's. I personally think that maybe the league's underestimated. Yeah, definitely has underestimated RBZ because, RBZ has to finish behind Mike for Mike to win the race, but RBZ isn't that slow to do that, and it was made out to seem it was very likely that Mike could outperform him. Obviously, I know how bad RBZ's luck is, but he's still a very fast driver. So, and Mike hasn't been putting in the best of performances recently. Like, it's not his best one. He's done a lot of the work in the first half of the season. So, that's a drill. But Yi comes out back in P2. He's about 9 seconds adrift of RBZ, who is again just controlling it, doing everything he needs to do, and it's just been a really good race for him. It's been the races that he needed. It's been the race that he's needed to hook up, and about time that he does it. It's a struggle for him in the season with the luck, and he's been doing it again today. He's just hooked it up, and another 10 laps to go. It's looking very much in his favour, and the championship will go to Japan, I believe, next. So Danny, meanwhile, doing a really good job as well. Still in P3, he's been running there all race. Izeki hasn't. It's been keeping him quite honest. Hasn't been able to actually get past him whatsoever. So Danny, fair play to that man. He's doing a really good job there. Izeki in P4, P5. Mike is getting attacked by Comundo, and I tell you something, Comundo is wanting to get past. He's on a fresher set of tyres. On a fresher set of hards. So you know what? This could be the opportunity for Comundo if he wants it, and he's very close. I don't know if Mike's made a mistake or anything, but here comes Mike. I think Mike's going to be under pressure, and he's gone wide. He's done.
Called it.
He's got actually nice run actually.
He's got a good exit because of it there. Yeah.
Oh, this game.
He should have gone way off the track.
I do wonder. I suppose it was a wide cut back in. I can see how that worked, but Mike has lost his DRS actually there, and Mike is doing as much as he can to just carry himself along, but no. The Comundo actually got in front there, and Comundo's into 5th place. So Mike made that mistake and made a few of those today, and it's continued. Bit of a ratty one. Lost Warrior in 7th place. Very long on that. It's hard. I mean, would he pit this lap for softs? Is that probably what he's going to do?
Yes. Yep. I think that he'll come in and then go on a charge to the end. 6 laps on the soft tyres will do easily, and I think if he went any longer on the hards, it'd just be pointless.
Yeah, I mean, Lars is in 8th, so I think Lars might. I don't know how many steps he's done, but I think he's looking good for good this year. So
no, maybe hang on, I'll check if Lars needs to pit as well. Actually, I don't see how Lars is. Lars needs to pit as well. So it's Gorsh Crab who Lost Warrior is going to be worrying about, who is a long way behind. So Lost Warrior should be okay.
Yeah. So that's basically the drill. So Gorge is going to be 7th. What about Kanji Rush behind? Has he got to pick another pit stop? I'm assuming he will have to.
We'll have a look. No, I don't think he's on the medium, so he shouldn't have to pit again. I think it's just those two. Yeah, it's just those two now. Lost Warrior and Dutch Game Lars that need to make their final stops. Everyone else is done for the race.
Yeah, Mike's still chasing down Comundo right now. So I think these two will be battling away. I think maybe the podium's gone from Mike now. I think it's now the battle with Comundo. However, they're still in sight, so it's still not out of the question, but it's quite a long way to get. It all depends if Danny and Danny and Isaki have a little bit of a tangle there. Will help him, but right now, I mean, it's just been a superb race from RBZ. He's just done a superb job. He's done a superb job as well. I think he's done a very good job. Both of them, both top two, very well deserving of what they've done. Danny got a little bit wide there. And I think Isaki has really closed down on him. I think the pressure's now on him now, so to heat this down. 5 more laps to go. And Danny has got company from Isaki, so it'll be all about hooking and just keeping this together. I think he's done a really superb job all so far. Now it's trying to hook it up and finish it like it is, and I'm sure he'll be able to do that. I'm sure he's good enough to do that, so he wouldn't be running the position he is if he isn't able to do that. But nice stuff from him so far. This lot doing well. Lost Warrior still in 7th place, and he'll be pitting in, I'm assuming, this lap. I would have thought now. I think Lars has pitted already, and he's in 9th, so he's on a set of stops already. So he might even get a little bit of an undercut on Lost Warrior. But obviously, as remember, I think, where's Gorch in comparison to the game of Lars right now, and how big the gap is? You know what? Gorch actually pitted as well. Gorch is on the softs. So actually, this changes the whole game a little bit. So Lost Warrior is in. Yeah. Huh? I don't understand the strategy really. I think it's
Just 3 stops. No, no. I lost the words. I really didn't think he was going to come in.
Yeah, I just think that's a bit strange really. But Lost Warrior on a set of softs. Here he comes. Does he get into 7th on the exit? He does. I think he does. Yeah, he does. He's in front of K&D Rush, who is followed by Dutch Gamer Lars. And this fight between 7th, 8th and 9th is going on. And you know what? Here we go. It's Lars, who's right behind K&D Rush up the inside. He's on the soft compound. Can he make this one stick? It should be quite easy. It's going to be done, and it is done. Nice move. Sweet, as you like it. And I say something. Dutch Gamer Lars is very good at making the moves that he needs to make. And that is something that he does very well. And he's right behind the Lost Warrior. He's on a very brand new set of soft tyres. And 4 laps to go. This battle is going on, these two. But if these two tangle... Oh! Lost Warrior's a bit wide. And here he goes up the inside. And he comes to Lars. And it's going to be up the inside. And that's the move done. Nicely done. And that is a really good move. But then inside goes the Lost Warrior. It's continuing. And he's got him back. He's got him back. Absolutely incredible. These two. Oh, boy. Give us more, please. Up the inside, he makes it a very late lunge, and he's gone too late, and there you go. Troy gets back in front of him, so nice stuff. I like the fighting, I love the aggression, and it's controlled, which is the main thing. So it's all very good. Danny is under pressure from Isaki right now. 3 more laps to go between these two, so I think the main guys you want to look out for is these two. At the end of the Grand Prix. I think Kamundo is in a world of his own. Well, not a world of his own, but he's got a pretty reasonable gap to Mike. I don't believe he's going to bottle it. But obviously McLaren, just to mention McLaren, McLaren can actually...
Oh, Eki's right behind Danny. Sorry to butt in, but it's... Eki was just about to make a move there.
Having a look, and he's very close, and I think Danny might be running out. I think it's I don't know how old his tyres are in comparison to Isaki's. It could be a little bit older. I think Danny might have pitted first. I think he might have done it.
No, the pit.
Oh, Danny's one wide.
And there he's gone. Yeah.
It's so easy to make it. You know, I find really funny is that ever since 2012, it's happened with Perez. People do it. Like, people actually do it now. Like, before, no one did it. No one went wide, and on the game, when people went wide on that left-hand curve, they never did anything to you. Yeah, the game's become inspired since 13. Oh yeah, that curve is going to make you stick if you get on it, so you can do a Perez. But now, Danny's in that position on the podium, and I really thought we had it, but it's Eki, once again. I mean, he's not had the best of races today, and not even the best of qualifyings. But I tell you what, he's done a superb job. I have to give it the guy. He's controlled it well, so which is a good thing. But Danny still, I think, would be my driver of the day anyway. I think he's done a superb job. Mundo's doing well as well. Lars in 7th, and you know this is still battling these two. DRS still on Lars right now, and Lost Warrior can't do anything about it. So it seems to me maybe that Warrior may have got past Lars, but then Lars got past him again. So just things like the Warrior, Lost Warrior can't actually get past him cleanly and fill the gap. So there's pressure on him to get past him now because he has got the freshest set of tyres. That's that. You got Schling in 9th. He's done a superb job. His strategy's been very quiet today. I think his strategy has just been very clever. He's spotted clever, and this was good couple of points there. And Gorch, I don't know what he's been doing with his strategy today. 10th place. I think could be more, but I don't think it's one of his best tracks anyways. I think he's told me that before. Rush is now 11th. I think he pitted earlier because he was battling away with the Lost Warrior and just from Lars. NHL Gong Show. He's just going to finish the race. I think it's done. That's the same with Pro Game as 666. Lost Warrior and SRL Monster in 14th. Payne in 15th. I think he's retired actually. So that's that. But Yee actually. Oh! IBZ's behind.
No way.
IBZ's. No. IBZ's going all over the place. What's happened?
No way. That's it. It
No
doesn't look to
way.
have damage, so he's still going to take the championship to the next round, but he has lost the race win.
What's he done? He's
just spun
he's
it.
slow.
It's a gust of wind. It must have been. That's actually
What?
the only thing
Nah,
I can
I
think
give
of.
up. I give up. I give up. He can't win a race. He can't win a race.
He can't win a race, Bobby.
I give up.
Were there any
Honest-
back markers near him? Was it a collision with a back marker?
It could be.
I don't think he was though. I think he's literally just spun by himself.
Oh God. No, because Payne's 15th and he's way out of it.
Yeah.
It could have
Yeah,
been.
yes,
I
he's
mean,
spun. There is another Renault near him. Oh, he's run wide. He's run wide now. Thankfully, he's got a massive gap to Hecky, but yeah, no,
What is
I'm
he-
not looking forward to
Oh.
interviewing on the podium. I think it might be a bit like Hamilton in Monaco 2015 and Ricciardo in
What?
Monaco 2016. He's not going to be happy whatsoever.
I just can't believe he's bowled it again. No, I can't accept this. Dear me. I mean, I've seen some bottle jobs before, but
Isn't,
that's got to
the
be
gap
his
isn't
biggest.
actually that big. The gap isn't that big to Eki. I know RBZ, you would expect 99 times out of 100 to not make another mistake, but he's going to be so angry. He's got to make sure he keeps his head cool here and just make sure that he does get second place and not drop more places. But he's, you can just see his anger. He's just gone completely to pot. He's just driving
He's just lost that
miles
momentum,
off the
hasn't
track. Yeah, he's just completely lost it. Look at that,
Hey.
the gap's closing massively.
Oh no. I don't know if it's tyres. I mean, I just think he's. Oh, hello. Danny's got a nice exit here as well. And you know what? Danny could be in for P2. Oh, he's having a little look, but it's this. No, he does it.
That was
He's
aggressive.
gone. Round the outside. Can he do it? I think he can. I think it's no, not just about, but he's going to get the run out of the corner. Comundo is going to be sitting there like just rubbing his hands together. He'll be waiting for the move anytime soon if he can make one stick. Danny is going all over the place. Up he is, he's gone for the dive. He's gone for it and it's
Cameron does
not
run it
there.
off.
It's
So he's out.
DRS and yeah, and this is it. Danny's in the DRS. I think he is anyway. And is it enough? He'll have a little look and he'll go for it. Hello. Now that
it's
could
not
be
him.
interesting.
Crikey.
No,
Oh!
no, he hasn't. It's just about going to be Izeki, and that is it. The winner of the race, Yi 22, and he has to be a very happy man indeed. Congratulations to him. He drove the fair, flawless race, and obviously bottled himself. You know, the championship is still not over. It's still going to go to the next round at Japan. It was made out to us that it was going to be very unlikely for Abdul to beat Mike, but if Mike had been the one in second place, well, championship would be over. But here comes Lars. I think brilliant result from him. One of my drivers of the day, and Lost Rory as well. Brilliant job from him. I expected him maybe got 7th there, but good. Them two different strategies. Schilling and Lost Rory different strategies, and it seemed to have worked out actually for them because they were quite. No, they weren't in that too much, but Schilling 9th place. I think he'll take that. That's that really. That's the Grand Prix. Kennedy Rush will get the. I think right. No, Gorge Crow will get the last point just, and Rush will come 11th, and that's it. That is the race. I just can't believe that. But so there you go. That is your final standings. Yi wins the race. Kamundo gets
Time penalty.
gets second.
Which will probably be.
God's sake, RBZ. Oh. So yeah, there you go. RBZ's in P3 now. He's actually completely cracked his race. Izaki in P4, P5 for Danny, P6 for Mike, P7 for Lost Warrior, 8 for Dutchman Lars, 9th for Schling, and 10th for Crab. And then 11th, that's the rest of your order. 11th for Rush, 12th for Gong Show, 13th for Pro Gamers 66, Monster in 14th, Pain in 15th, and then your DNFers. So that has been the Malaysian Grand Prix. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Not the best of Grand Prix in my opinion, but I'm sure we're going to interview the we won't interview you because I don't think you've got a mic, so I think we'll interview Kamundo and RBZ.
Well, Kamundo.
Team McLaren boys.
But I don't like. I think with the because I don't use in-game corner cut and penalty, I think it will end up Eki. I think it will end up Kamundo dropping back to 5th, probably.
I'll get Gorch in here.
Yeah, but I think RBZ will still get 2nd, Eki 3rd, Danny 4th, and then Kamundo 5th. I think that's likely how it's going to turn out.
Bring in RBZ. Nice job of Eki. Nice GG man. I just don't know what to say. Oh. Indeed, David. Indeed. Coach, who do you want us to bring in? Do you want to bring us to the podium, guys? Then I got RBZ. I don't know who else do you want? Because that's penalties with So bring in Izeki, the commander.
Just put who was third? Eki. Just put Eki in. Armando or something.
Yeah, Eki was third.
Eki. Yeah, it was Eki. Because
yeah. I'll ask you what happened in a minute.
I don't know.
Mike again was
it.
all over the place in the race. No, he just didn't. I don't know.
That was the best race I've ever driven. Have to say that was the best I've ever driven in a league race.
Do you think it should get reinstated for RBZ Rapids?
You know what happened?
No, I don't know what happened.
I was lap 20, start lap 26. My wheel stopped working halfway through, so I had to switch to pad for the last 2 laps. And
that's what happened. We thought you span. You see.
No, I was turning into the last corner right at the end of the lap 25, and there was like no steering input as I turned in, like literally nothing. And then all input came in, like as I was like 3/4 of the way around, and then it just stopped working. Like all input from like round halfway just wasn't working on my wheel, so I had to turn on the pad. Then I had to go to the assist, turn TC on because I wasn't going to try TC. No TC on the pad. Had to turn TC on and just try my best to the end.
I mean, I can't comment really. I mean, it'd be a decision down to.
It was the second last lap. I mean, it shouldn't be any problem with that. I've got proof and everything, so.
Yeah, I mean, it's up to you. I would like to reinstate you. That I mean, you drove a flawless race, in my opinion. I think
best race I've ever driven, hands down.
You drove really well.
Bottle goes to me.
What were you doing?
Yeah,
what
I mean,
did you do?
Mike.
Yeah, Mike, why are you even in the? You shouldn't even be in the
Oh.
chat. You're not on the podium.
we had a plan.
This
for,
was a
both
podium
championship
chat.
Deciders. Both championship
I'm blaming
deciders,
Gorch.
and at the end.
I'm blaming Gorch. Calling you out, mate. What are
You
you doing?
didn't have a mic,
No.
so.
But what about it's Eki
Get Eki
third?
Yeah.
Get him in the party
No, it was
now.
Commando, wasn't it? It was
No, it was
Yi,
Eki.
RBZ, Commando.
No, it was
okay.
Eki.
Alright, we'll
There
get
was 5th,
Eki
but
in.
moved up to 2nd because of the penalties.
Yeah, I understand, but yeah, I'll tell you what. I'll just interview the two. I'll interview the 2 podium guys, and then I'll interview Mike.
Yeah.
Okay. Happy days. Right. RBZ. So interesting race from you, real well controlled. And the win was on until the end, where your Will decided to go to Narnia and decide to switch off basically, or die, whatever he did. Looks like the win will be reinstated to you, depending on obviously pending decision. But how did you feel that race went? Pretty good.
Probably the best race of the season. Easy. I've done a good qualifying. It wasn't the best qualifying lap, but still good. Race was amazing.